Hello?
Hey everybody, welcome to EPAX3D. We had some technical difficulties. Sorry about the delay.
Yeah.
We actually went through the whole thing already once, but we're gonna do it again for you guys.
Yep. For some reason, the live stream did not go through YouTube. I have no idea why.
Hopefully you guys are getting us now.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat want to just let us know that you can see us?
Yeah, please do.
Anyways, my name is Dan. This is Jesus. If you've ever had any technical issue, you've talked to one of us.
Yep.
So we're just going to be going over our E6 and the E10, along with some of the things that you can expect from us coming this year.
Thanks, Evil Dead.
Oh, Evil Dead, you were awesome. Thank you. Love the name too. Yeah, so Jesus, if you want to go ahead and go over the E6 and E10 here, and then we'll get into some of their future updates.
Yeah. So I'm just going to give a brief rundown of how we see these machines right now. So E6 is a fantastic small form factor printer. If you have anyone that's looking to get into 3D resin printing, this is a fantastic machine to send them because it is very cheap, very easy to maintain, and it works perfectly pretty much all the time. I can't say it gets any better than the E6 right now.
Mm-hmm.
E10. So E10 is E6's, big brother. It's got, for what is essentially a very similar, pixel size to the E6, in spite of its larger screen. It's got a much larger build volume, and we've also released this new, assembled hood hinged door. So this is going to be one of the few printers on the market that you will find at this price point that actually has one of these hinged doors at this size. So we highly recommend either of these machines to anyone. Of course, E6 beginners, E10's more for more experienced people, but even beginners can learn on it. We've lowered the cost of a lot of the parts on it, so it's even maintenance isn't as expensive as it used to be.
Very true, very true. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? We received one via email, but I'm sure there'll be some questions that come in on the fly. We have the chat pulled up here, so we can see you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in there.
Yeah. One thing we do ask that you refrain from technical support questions. The stream isn't really for troubleshooting issues, but if you have any issues, please go ahead and send us an email or shoot us a message on Facebook, and we'll get to you as soon as possible.
I see a couple questions popping up here, but let's start off with the email question that we received.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, we'll start off with
Evil
that.
Dead, I see you. Captain Nico, we got you. But we're going to start off with our email question, if you want to pull that up, Jesus.
All right.
So Romano sent a question to us, which a lot of people have asked. He says, if we accepted a temporary acrylic hood, can we get the assembled removable hood with the hinge door as a replacement instead of the polycarbonate hood? We are working on that. We're talking with management about that. We may do that in the future. Right now, stock is limited, so that's not an option right now. Yeah. The special edition hood, though, will be a standalone item on our website. You will be able to buy it in the future. We're just not sure when that will be just yet. Availability of materials right now has been an issue. There's been some shipping issues and things like that. So,
lots of shipping issues.
Lots of shipping issues. COVID delays, and the ports here in the U.S. are kind of backlogged. So
yep.
It's been a hassle for us, and I know you guys have been a little frustrated as well. But be patient with us. We're doing our best here and trying to get everything that you guys need, and just make sure that we can keep everybody up and running.
Definitely.
During these delays.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's get some of these chat questions.
Yeah.
We're here.
Absolutely.
So actually, I'm not entirely sure what you mean, Nico, by Cheeto V3 firmware. If you care to elaborate on that more, maybe we can get an idea of what you mean by that. Evil Dead. When is the 10.15K releasing? This is actually an update we're gonna give you guys in the video here, but you've asked the question, we might as well answer.
Let's jump into it.
So we don't have an exact date for the 10.1 E10 5K. That's probably not the answer you were looking for. We are still in the testing phase with Chudabox's solution to the mainboard problem that I assume all of you should know about since way back in November or October, I should say. So yeah, we're still doing extensive amounts of testing. We just really want to make sure it's up to quality with our standards, and once we're done with that, we'll be able to get some here. It'll probably still take a minute, like I said, like we've been saying. Shipping issues are abundant with getting things here, so
along with supply. So
yeah, supply is a tough cookie to crack.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are still definitely doing it, and we are still working on it as pretty much as hard as we can at this point to try and get this out to you guys.
Let's see what's next.
Is this hood still acrylic? Yeah. So the assembled hood with the hinged door it's all acrylic panels, but the way it's packed, it's flat packed, so it's very, very much so unlikely to break during shipping. So
the E6's hood is polycarbonate. We will be having the polycarbonate hoods for the E10 as well coming soon. They were successful. Just for you out there who are looking for your replacement hoods, those hoods, the mold worked, everything was successful. We're just in the process of working to get those hoods shipped here. So with the delays at the ports and COVID delays, things have been slow. But we are working to get those hoods here. Once they arrive here, we'll be reaching out to all of you who needed replacement hoods, and we'll be sending those out. So just know that they're on the way.
Chudo board latest firmware supports anti-aliasing. Yeah, pretty much all of our printers support anti-aliasing. You can edit that in the Chudabox settings fairly easily. Probably start with like a gray level of 4 to start with, and then you can tune from there.
Let's see what else we got there.
Sorry, Shyam. Yeah, it is acrylic panels. Okay. Top cover from my real. Anything about that?
I don't know. I have a top cover for my rail core.
So we do use acrylic in our full metal machines. The window is acrylic, so we haven't had any issues, with stress fractures and cracks over time. But
we did have some of the manually made acrylic hoods. We had some people that are getting stress cracks. I'm not sure if it's chemical related or if it's just from the stress of them being heat bent to around the form. But like I said, those molded hoods will be coming in the future to replace those. So and like Jesus said, all of our machines, the X1, the X10s, the X156 and X133 all use acrylic in the front window, and we haven't had any issues with the stress cracks or anything in any of those. So usually that only happens when you're bending acrylic like that. Like the replacement hoods that we sent out they're bent. So once you start bending the acrylic and heating it like that, you tend to get some stress fractures. But we don't foresee that being an issue with these, because these panels are all flat packed. And you assemble it together.
They're cut, I'm pretty sure. Cool. Are we going to stay with Chudo baseboards? For now, we're probably going to be staying with Chudo baseboards. Of course, we're options are open far in the future, but right now Chudo is what we're using. It's reliable, and it makes it easy for these printers to be upgradable future, making them future proof. So Cool.
All right. I'm going to go over a couple of the points that we wanted to talk about, and then we'll jump back into the chat questions here.
Yeah, sure. All right. So, a lot of people since October have asked us about about a post-processing machine from EPAX, and we will say that it is definitely in the works. It will have the exact same volume as the E10, so basically if you print the full volume of the E10 build platform on the 10.1 even, you'll be able to fit that full print and it'll work with the whole thing. And something that's exciting probably exciting for you guys, is that since we do, pride ourselves on making our machines pretty modifiable and upgradable, this post-processing machine will also be modification friendly. Can't say too many details beyond that, but we hope to make it easy for people to set up modifications, like making it a larger piece out of it. We'll see. But
Don't give away too much.
Yeah, we can't give away too much. We can't give away too much.
Good things are coming, though.
Yeah,
Good things are coming.
Definitely.
We've also got a lot of questions about the X1 4K screens. They are coming. This year, definitely. So keep an eye out for those. We will be posting videos like we've done in the recent past here, and we'll also be posting things on the Facebook group when we release stuff. So just keep an eye on those areas. But the 4K screen for the X1 is coming. It's going to be a 5.5 inch screen. So those of you who have the X1K, you can upgrade to this screen. You'll just need an adapter bracket. It'll be very similar to other upgrade kits that we have out right now.
Yeah.
All X1s will be upgradable to this. So just know that.
Yep.
And it is coming this year. So keep an eye out for that for all you X1 owners. It's going to be a pretty nice upgrade for those X1 machines. Let's see. We already went over the 5K, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's some questions over here.
Yeah. Let's jump into the chat here. Where did we leave off?
So, Evil Dead. If you got an 8.9 E10, how easy and what's the price of upgrading to 10.1? So, upgrading to E10 5K is pretty simple, actually. It's just a matter of changing out your main board and your screen. That's basically the main board is right down here. If you take off the front panel, you'll immediately see it in your view. And then all you got to do is change out the screen. There's going to be a different bracket that holds it down. But for those that have upgraded from X10 color to the X10 8.9 mono, it'll be a very, very similar process. It's not difficult at all. As for the cost, we haven't fully nailed down a cost yet. How much would you say? Not sure yet. Okay. Yeah, we're not 100% sure on the cost yet, but when we have them here, we'll definitively decide right then and there.
And for all you X10 users as well, you'll be able to upgrade to this also.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So this is not just for E10s. This will be for X10s as well. Yeah, it's like Jesus said, it's going to be a similar process as far as the upgrade goes with the X10. See, what's our next question up here? Okay, so Shyam, your hood has the micro cracks at the very bottom. That I think we spoke a little bit about that earlier. That tends to happen when you bend acrylic around a form, like we had to do with the replacement hoods. Just know that the molded hoods were successful, and that we're just getting them shipped here. And once they're shipped here, we'll be reaching out to everybody to send replacements for issues such as yours. Let's see. Nico, no, it is not going to be a wash machine. It is going to be a post-processing cure box, essentially. we don't want to release too many details about that, but it will not be a wash machine. We will say that. Unfortunately.
Any chance of an OEM heating option for machines in colder environments? It's definitely on our radar.
Yeah. We're looking into that as well. We've had quite a few people ask about, running heaters in their machines and things like that, and how to do it, and what what do we suggest you use, since we don't offer something like that. We don't really test out too many items from other companies in our machines, but we will be coming up with something for you guys in the future. So, just keep an eye out for that. We've got a lot coming up this year. It's going to be a busy one. So, just keep an eye on that, and keep an eye on the Facebook group, because we'll be posting things about items like that too. So, but these things are all in the works. We hear you guys when you're messaging us in the chat and in the email. We take note of these things.
Or even posting on the Facebook group, like
the line level for the E10 VAT. I've had so many questions about that, and I brought that to the higher ups myself as well. That's coming also. So we're hoping to get that into the next batch of resin vats, and at that point, we're good to go there.
I have an X1, like second or first gen. Yeah, all X1 machines, they have the exact same chassis, so you'll be able to upgrade them to the X1 4K. For the older X1 machines, it might be a little more difficult, because you don't have that side panel there, but it's still doable. It just might be a little bit of a tight squeeze with your hands. So, yeah.
So, let's see.
Flex build surfaces?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Shyam, the Wham Bams, yes. First of all, Wham Bam, we've sent all of our build plate measurements to Wham Bam. So, if you need a flex plate that you want, they have all of our measurements. As far as the installation, they send some instructions with it. You may need to adjust the optical trigger piece in order to make the space for that magnetic piece. So when you're installing your Wham Bam, you may need to loosen these two screws here and just adjust this to make the space for the build plate. But it's a very simple process, and they work great. Actually, we have one on this machine right now. So there's a Wham Bam plate right there that we've been using on our E6, and it makes taking the prints off amazingly easy.
So easy.
It's great. If you haven't tried one, I would suggest it. But as far as installation, you can use them on any of our machines. You just may have to make a minor adjustment to the optical switch in order to give you the space for that.
For some people, you might just need a re-level, but for others, you might need to adjust that.
You definitely want to re-level after you install this. Too. Always. But you may have to adjust that optical switch as well. Let's see.
Resin circulating pump?
No, we haven't.
I don't think I've heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything about a resin circulating pump. I'm not sure what that would be for. Really, I don't.
I assume it's just like pumping resin in and out.
Oh, okay.
So
you won't have to refill. No, we haven't really looked into anything like that. We may look into something like that in the future, but it's not in this year's plan. Let's put it that way.
Could be an option to extend the Z-axis column higher for the E6, E10, and use the same style aluminum profile that you use as standard. So you mean raising? So basically increasing the build height for the E10? Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, we're not too sure. TGS, we're not too sure what you mean about your question there. If you could just elaborate a little bit, that would be great. Let's see. Automated resin dispenser for overnight prints. Romano, I think that's kind of the pump that Brezov was asking about. We haven't really looked into anything like that. We may in the future. But as of now, that's not something that we're going to be looking into this year.
Increased build height. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think we'll have quite an option for that in the future. At least an EPAX option. Now, I would say this, you are free to, modify these machines, and if you can find a rail that allows you to increase that height, and you can, still fit all of the parts correctly on, you are more than welcome to do that. But I don't think we'll have an EPAX solution for that.
I think you'd have a problem attaching the screws together, essentially, to make the build plates skip from one to the other. That could be tricky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how you would pull that off, but feel free to give it a whirl. If you can make it work, send us a photo.
We'd
love to see it in action.
We love seeing all the modifications people do on these printers in the Facebook group. It's incredible what some people think of.
It's pretty wild. Let's see. Is there any other questions here that we need to go over? Went over the wash and cure, the 4K, the 5K, the assembled hood. We've done this stream twice, so I can't remember if we talked about it the first time we did it when it wasn't working, or if we talked about it this time.
I think we've gone over the main points we were going to talk about. For all of you out there who have the acrylic hood and you're waiting for your molded hood, once you get that molded hood, feel free to modify your acrylic hood. We turned ours into a curing box. We just figured, why throw away this perfectly good UV protected hood? We just made a nice little cure box out of it for our office here. So, feel free to do that with yours once you get your replacements in. We've already seen a few people on the Facebook group modify theirs. Saw somebody had cut it in half and turned it into a hinged opening door. Yep. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
So feel free to do whatever you like with these hoods once you get your molded hood.
It'd be useful repurpose. You won't get that UV blocking acrylic anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, increased build height.
Screws for the vat. Can something be done about that?
Are you talking about the E10 screws?
Or the X10
or are we
screws?
talking X10 screws? Or I assume he's talking about the E10 screws. The knobs can tend to fall into the resin vat sometimes. Maybe.
Oh,
maybe
those.
That's what he's asking
Those.
about.
Oh.
It's on our radar. We're looking into a possible
Yeah.
solution for that.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have anything quite yet. Maybe in the future we'll have something that we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've heard everyone's,
We've heard people complaints about how these go inside or get installed. So don't worry, we're listening. But yeah, it's something we're looking into kind of farther in the future, not so immediate.
Yeah. Is there any other questions that you guys have? Anything else you guys want us to go over or talk about? I think we've pretty much gone over everything that we really wanted to let you guys know about that's coming up. So if there's any other questions,
yeah, we understand that, Shyam. It's been definitely been we feel that here. Like, we do a lot of printing here, and we definitely understand how it can be a little bit sketchy sometimes.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky. You don't want to poke through your film.
Those like tiny little spears.
Could be messy. Yeah. We're looking for a solution, but it's a little tricky with the way the machine is set up. But we've heard you guys. We've had a few people ask about that, so we're looking into it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well,
if anyone has any more questions, speak now. Or if you don't have a question and you think of one later, you can always email us or send us a message on Facebook, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Of course. So, we'll just wait a few seconds.
Yeah. A little bit of delay.
Yeah. E10. thanks Evil Dead. You definitely should show us some prints. We'd love to see them.
Yeah. Tag us, post them on Instagram or something, and tag us in them. We always see them.
Yep.
Yeah, did we talk about this being for sale? The HUD?
Yeah, we mentioned it.
Did we mention it? Okay. Well, all right, everybody. I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Take it to the house. But we really appreciate you guys. It's going to be a great year. We've got a lot of great things coming. So keep an eye on the Facebook group and on our website. And if, like Jesus said, if you have any questions, if you have any technical issues, if you run into anything you need help with, reach out to us. We're here.
Yeah.
You know, email, Facebook chat. You know, we get a lot of messages on a daily. So if you don't hear back from us immediately, you know, give us a little time. Be patient with us. You know. There's only 2 of us doing it, so.
Yeah, and then among the rest of our team, there's like 3 other people.
Yeah.
So
yes.
We're still very small.
We are a small company. We have some plans to bring in some new people soon, but for now, you know, we're a small outfit.
Yeah. Turnaround for ordering an E10 right now.
That is it kind of depends on when you order it. Really, it's shipping right now has been a nightmare for us as well as for you guys too. I know there's been a few packages that have gotten lost. You know, UPS lost them or USPS lost the package and it showed up a month later. You know, so we've got containers sitting at the port right now waiting to go through customs that have been sitting there. You know, we're waiting on. So it's hard to say what the turnaround time is for some of these items. It just kind of depends when we get it, and once we put it in inventory, then it's available to you guys, and usually it's out the door within a day or so at that point.
Yeah.
So as far as, I guess if you mean by turnaround, you mean, you know, when you place the order, but to when it sends out, you know, it's usually a day or 2.
Yeah.
But it's just as far as when we get our stock in, it's kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hopefully things will smooth down here, and you know, this year, maybe we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Cool. Well,
all right.
I think that's it for now.
All right, guys.
Right.
We're gonna be doing more of these videos in the future. Yeah. Sorry, Jesus.
You're good.
So you know, we'll be announcing those as well. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll see you guys next time. We really appreciate all of you in the EPAX family.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Have a good night, friends.
Night.